hello. Hey Drake, how you doing? Finally made it to one of my streams again. Hope you're doing well. I am fine. Yeah, no thank you. I want to do some fun stuff today. I still plan to stream tomorrow, but yeah, I want to do some fun stuff. So, and that fun stuff is, you feel that. How you doing anyway? I hope you're good. Let me just make sure everything's set up here. I think what I'll do is I'll just capture the map editor window. I think that will be okay. Let's see how well it takes. It seems fine. So, how does that look if I transition the scene? Oh, everything, your text is behind the thing. There we go, I moved it. There it is. Doing good, getting back into MMORPGs. Yeah, I might have also been doing the same thing. Let me just see if I can. So I'm trying to keep an eye. You can see how it's like glitching out a little bit. Let me, how do I do this? I'm just trying to find a good way to do this. Professional streamer. That's not moving. Is that moving? Oh, now it's moving. I guess I'll have to... Actually, no, I can move it like here. You got new emotes? Oh, you got loads of Digimon ones. Oh, wait, those are yours! They're really cool, actually. They're pretty fucking cool. Okay, I've got a really good layout here. I can read chat, and I can, develop at the same time. So, this is something I've been dicking around with, for a little bit. And I've been having some success, with it too, which is really cool. So, let me show you. So, this is a map editor for a game called Dragon's Prophet. It's a game where you catch lots of dragons in it. And, I will pre-warn there might be some crashes of this engine on stream, but, for the most part it's doing what it needs to do. Primarily, what we've got is we've got a couple of things we can play with here. So on this tab, we've got paint. Hey there, Backslash, how you doing? And on here we can paint like textures. They even come with normal maps too. So for example, I can select this one. I do want to boost the strength a little bit because it's too weak if you have it all the way down. But if I paint here, you can see it's starting to take, right? See the colors taking? And if I increase the strength, or make it more prominent, it's like that. So you can kind of like paint stuff in as you like. It's really cool. I've had this in the background for a while, but it's not really worked well till recently. So yeah, no, I'm pretty happy with it. Thank you for the luck. I might actually keep that. So this is supposed to be like a battleground. That I'm kind of doing here at the moment. So I might implement like a little bit of that like scorched color. We can also raise and lower land as well. So I can kind of like... Let me show you the raise and lower land thing. So what we can do is we can change the size of the brush here. So you see this brush here. And this button literally just raises the land. If we want more like a plateau, we can use this little button here. And it will kind of make a plateau. If I don't like that and I want to like undo it, there is this smoothing tool that you can use and it will smooth things back. And obviously if you want to lower land, you can go ahead and you can just hit this one and it'll do that. And then there's this option here, flatten, it kind of flattens the land. Hey there, Ethric, how you doing? How are you doing? I am having way too much fun with this. It is crazy. It is so good. It is so fucking good. So I'll show you what this looks like. So here's the black tower. This is where the black tower is. This was crashing for a little bit, and I wasn't quite sure why, but we managed to fix it. Yeah, here's the black tower, and then this is a little bit behind it. Hey, you made it to a stream, yippee! Hello! Hey there, Valen, how you doing? So this bit here was all really barren, like even this has not been updated, that was really barren. And this was really barren, it only had like these 3 tents here. So I put like this, I put like this here, it looks kind of silly, but I put that there, I put some mushrooms here and all of that. It still looks really empty because I know the play is tiny in comparison to half of these objects, so I need to like do more to it. By the way, Valen, or anyone here who doesn't know, this game is a discontinued game. They actually stopped working on this game, and as a result of that, there's a lot of cutting room floor. And that is Legend of Dragoon music in the background. I chose tactfully today. So I added this dragon in. Yeah, so this isn't a discontinued game. Like, no one is working on this game anymore. So, don't ask me where I got all the tools for it, but, there was one kind of thing that we always wanted to see was this area completed, and it never was, so... I'll show you objects now that I've showed you the terrain a little bit. Of course I'm doing stuff with a dragon-related game, what do you mean? So here's objects, right? And under environment, we can actually load any object from any other zone. There's also a common tab here. So if we want, like, I don't know, I can't remember what it's under, but like there are some rocks under here. Cave, drama, some of these load, some of these don't, but it doesn't really matter. But there is also like a lot of buildings, like have you seen this tree? There's this big tree here, that's from Bakra. Dragons and of 1. That's like the little crystal that's in the tree, right? And then there's like dragon bones. I use these dragon bones here. You can see I kind of used it, but I just rotated it a bit. That battle solo is so good. It really is. There's a dragon leg here. There's another dragon leg here. It's a leaf? Oh, that's like just a big canopy, huh? Okay. That's cool. There's a big tree. There's another big tree. If I wanted just like a big tree somewhere. The thing is, that looks hollow. I didn't mean to place it. Shit. Yeah, that tree looks hollow. I'm gonna delete that. Okay. Area games for that's so many games. I remember that, and I remember them shutting down games, so I kind of just never really played their games because of that. What the fuck is this? Tree root? I'm trying to think where these were used. I think they're in like the jungle, maybe. They're really big. So there's a lot of buildings and stuff. I'm trying to figure out where everything is still. There's even like dungeon objects here. So all that fun stuff. Maybe they come out of the sea. That's what I was thinking. Because some of these are like dungeon interior objects, so not all of these are showing because I don't think all act file. Oh god, like that for example. I actually don't know what that. I don't know what this is. Yorlug Cave. Yorlug Tear. Yorlug Column. I don't know what this is. I don't know what half of this stuff is, by the way. Oh, this is a dragon altar. This is actually a really nice object, right? This is a really nice one. I do want to fix the interior of here, but, like, that might be nice there. In fact, let me grab the shaping tools here. I might fix this weird plateau here. Or maybe fill it with rocks, because I don't know if you know, but a lot of the maps are kind of just filled with rocks on the sides and like a lot of the structures, so let me yeah, so you see these rocks here? All of these are objects. All of those are objects. They're all objects. All of them. All of them are objects. You kind of see how they kind of use some as like platforms, like there's just one here. This is such a cool little like thing. Inches you're placing could have altars, maybe? They could very well. But yeah, this is actually Scytherin. Well, this is like the Scytherin part. You can see how a lot of the objects are just Thanks, OBS, you dick. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab this object and I'm just gonna... I don't know, I'm just gonna let me grab it. I might need to go closer. My god, why can't I not get the... Let me change the size of the brush, because sometimes the size of the brush affects... Yeah. Okay, there we go. Now I can move it. Yeah, the size of the brush for some reason just completely affects, like, how you grab stuff. So I might rotate this. I gotta go right in apparently. No! I gotta go right in apparently. Oh, there we go. We've got it! We 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 got it! Move it! Keep moving it. So what I was thinking to do is do it like the old Dragon's Prophet way, where it seems like they kind of just pile rocks. So that kind of works. That's too low now. Kind of like that. You see what I mean? Fits like a glove. Yeah, I just need to like maybe duplicate it, maybe do another one there. But that kind of, hopefully that like gets across what I was trying to do. So do this again here. Okay, we are selecting the correct object, and then just... Ugh, if I could grab it. It's hard to grab from this angle. And again, if I need to move it around, I can just, like, rotate it. Actually, I maybe don't need to move it around, because rotating it like that... You see what's happening here? It's kind of just, like, made a, like, almost like a smooth kind of, like, ramp. Without us needing to, like, change the terrain. Because I've noticed there's a lot of bridges and stuff where that kind of happens, so... I'm gonna save what I've done so far. I'm gonna save what I've done so far. So I'm pretty happy with this. My biggest issue is I'm not a studio, and there's no way I'm gonna like reasonably build out all of this in a short amount of time. As you can see, I'm not gonna be able to do all of this in like a day because there's just too much to do. But so games I hosted, S4 League, Guns, Lattale. God, that takes you back to 2010s. Yeah, man, I love the era of MMOs. I don't like mobile games. I think mobile games are quite low effort, like cash grabs mostly. I say mostly. Some of them aren't like as bad. What is this object here? Ender properties that will tell us what it's from. So it's common. ID design, cave E rock. ID design. Where is that? Let's have a look in common again. What is all of this? Is this like generic shit? Oh, we got generic castle? It looks like the Skyling castles. Interior, Castle B. This one looks... Is that damaged or is that just different? We got church here. Oh, we got like loads of things. Floor. Again, you can see how small these objects are because this is actually quite a big area. Everyone's just trying to scam you. Join our Discord or kick, and like, god damn, yeah, pretty much it. This is why I like to learn how to do it myself, because then I can just make myself a single player Dragon's Prophet game, you know? I don't want a house here, by the way. These houses are nice, but I don't want a house here because, this place is supposed to be, like, damaged buildings and shit. I just realized these are all the, these are actually all the Sky Island buildings, it looks like. Or maybe some of them are. Dungeon wall. Dungeon C. What the hell is that? That's just straight up a, like a tunnel. Interesting. The hell? It's like you just literally make like a series of tunnels out of that. What was this used? Was this used anywhere? Why is this here? I can't think of where this has been used. Tuna is love, tuna is life. Later, see you, Kenny. I don't... What is this used for? Am I crazy? What is this for? I know there was like some underground segments in some of the later zones, and I don't know if it was like for that. Rock, platform, I'm just having a look here. Props, bridge. It's just like, it's literally just generic objects here. That's really useful to know. I think most of our stuff is gonna be there. Thanks to the fish. Oh, look at that! That's really cute. That kind of reminds me of whatever is here. Actually, I wonder if this building was supposed to be this one, but for some... Yeah, because these tents... Well... Most of the tents are fine, it's just this one's a little bit odd, you know? Also, it's still floating, I'm gonna have to adjust it again. So we've got camps here. They've got like different dispositions. Yeah, you can see how that's there. I almost think I want to just replace these. I'm gonna do that. I think we're gonna replace them. I'm gonna do the cardinal sin of just straight up like deleting these ones. Let me just flip here. So a way I can like not place this in, please. I'd like to not do that. Okay, I'll just do it that way. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this. I'm actually gonna delete these, which is blasphemy, but it's fine. I think these look better. Just go through. Oh, there's the empty one. But yeah, I think they look better with like the... Oh wow, there's so many look how cool this is, there's so many variations, it's crazy. So what we'll do is we'll just do something similar. I'll try and get them to like sit as well as I can. There's a game Love Letter, it's a furry game, makes some questionable characters, but you've been having fun. If you enjoy it, that's all that matters. It doesn't matter if it's a questionable furry game. If you enjoy it, that's what counts. So, yeah. I'm not here to like gatekeep people on what they should and shouldn't like, because as long as it's not like illegal, you're fine. We're adults here. Let's see how lined up they are. I might have to slow down the navigation speed slightly, just so I can... I think that's fairly okay. I think the only thing we're gonna need now is probably like them filled with something. Yeah, no shaming here. So these just look like buildings. Cannon? We got a whole fucking gun? Maybe, okay, maybe we could have like some weapons here because they're like trying to defend themselves from the shacks or something here. I don't know. What kind of weapons do we have? Oh, we have just like a full-on ballista. Oh, we got a whole fucking cannon. Jesus Christ. Yeah, these are actually allied weapons, so these are fine. There are like dedicated shacks weapons that wouldn't fit because they're the enemy's weapons, so. You can see like the smoke coming out of it. And on here, maybe, I don't know. I was gonna put something on here. If it's like a crossbow, that might make more sense on wooden planks. Bullet. Skellington. Cart. Oh, we got carts here? Do we have like a damaged one? Well, we could have a normal one here, right? Yeah, put a normal one here. There we go. I'm gonna save again, because that's a good habit to do. Oh, you think it's funny? Yeah, I love old MMO sliders where they're like ridiculous. What the fuck is that? That's not a weapon, that just looks like alcohol. That's like what way someone can get pissed. That's a nice little cart. I'm just seeing what else there is here. It's just all carts here. Cave. I think the bulk of our, like, objects are gonna be... Whoa! That's a whole entity. I think that's used in Amati Gorge. Jesus Christ, those are massive. Okay. Yeah, these are just whole, like, sequences of cavern. Actually, no, that's not a Amati Gorge. That's just a cave. Just for a dungeon building. Yeah, I'm very familiar with all the dungeons in this game, and it doesn't quite track with what I'm familiar with. Like, it's familiar, but then it's not familiar. Like, even that one doesn't quite actually, that one kind of reminds me of Palace of Methus a little bit. But I can see where a lot of the objects came from. Oh, these are quite... You can see how these colors kind of are really close, right? So it might be really nice to, like, fill out stuff here. I need to look at this title proper. I don't know what's here. I think this is just straight up a rock. I'm just gonna slide you here. Yeah, I'll just slide you there. That's fine. What else have we got here? I'm gonna have to at some point make notes of what all this stuff is, because, or where it is, because, I'm gonna need to access this again at some point. There we go. That's pretty cool. It doesn't even matter if these are functionally rooms. I can still use them as border. This kind of reminds me of like Juno assets, you know? What is up here? Oh, it is like a whole platform, huh? Kind of interesting. There's like a couple of them too. much probably for dungeon building. Like, the game has quite a lot of dungeons. Even if the game wasn't finished, it has quite a lot still. Wow. You really could, like, build, like, a full fucking dungeon out of this crap, huh? But yeah, I'm gonna kind of use these as borders for now. When I go back to that at some point, I'll just... it's you basically remind myself I want to use that type of rock there, in particular. What is this? The limitless potential. The fact that you can kind of mix and match tiles from other zones is amazing to me. We've got like pillars here, that's definitely for like an interior. That looks like an anvil. I think that's used in Porthos. You can tell that I'm like just... This game is my hyperfixation. Because not many other people can really claim that they would go as far for this game as I would. But there are a lot of hardcore people out there. Okay, so you can kind of, I suppose, see that, like, maybe these rocks go together. It feels like an art piece from Facade, this thing. Really feels like there should be like water here somewhere, but I need to learn how to do water. I haven't figured that out yet. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna save. Sometimes when I explore the map, it breaks. So, by the way, I think I showed it earlier, but this game has like, or this editor has a night mode, so you can see what the world looks like at night. This definitely needs more like lit things, doesn't it? But what we could also do is just have a look at like already pre-placed assets and kind of understand what they are, and maybe like the properties of them. So this is under common human camp, so that's useful to know. Let's have a look where like a good portion of water is. So there's water here. I'm just trying to understand. My understanding is that I think water is like, it's like considered like a flat object. Yeah, look at that. It's all red. Here. I also like how they've kind of done the color as well. I'm just trying to understand how they've done it. So it's definitely under terrain. Color, vertex color. So this is water, type water, diffuse map, gloss map, normal map. What it looks like is it's maybe a tile underground and it's been kind of raised. I think that's what's going on. I think that's how they do it. So it's like, it's almost like jello, like a jello object. And they kind of just pull it up to make it just look like water. So the details are here. So it's all there. Let's see the other properties to see what I'm missing. Go like, oh, you work on this art piece. Hell yeah, power to the art, man. I am gonna be figuring out how to put water in, but probably not right now, because it seems really complicated. I figured out how to add objects. I figured out how to paint tiles. I figured out how to export this to work in the client. What I haven't done is figured out how water works yet. I'm pretty sure I just like add in like a fucking material somewhere and I introduce it somehow. Actually, what are we? We're on just the capture of the. What's this round piece like? So close to how well it's looking. That's awesome. Just keep doing what you're doing. Just keep doing what you're doing. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say, how do I insert water? I'm just adding this. Right, okay. Because there has to be a way to tools. Atlas Builder. None of that's needed. Scale. Is it under tile map editor? I don't know if this is gonna work because I've made sure this tool works, but the other 3 tabs are kind of like, if they work or not. The important thing for me is this actually works in game, which it does. So. We're gonna commit like a few changes before we test more in game. It's just I want to make sure that like, well, the repacking process is a bit laborious for me to want to try it over and over, and just knowing that the objects insert is enough for me at this stage. So let's see what else we've got object-wise while we try and figure this out. Cemetery, coffin. So this was like under ID objects, right? Oh yeah, his. Oh wow, there's rocks here. Okay, okay, okay. Lots of rocks here. I think this is where most of them are until they buried them in the directory of the. Yeah, these are Satuma rocks. Okay. Cool. It's good to know that those exist. Rope, ship, waterfall, wall. So we've got waterfalls, which is wonderful. It's just, I need water to make them kind of work, you know? Respawn. Building. Shacks. Ooh, shacks houses. Actually, that might work, because this place is gonna be shacks occupied, so. Let's maybe like make a plateau here and see what goes on. Okay, let's see. To add water, objects tab, palette. Navigate to a water surface model. The ones at flat water plains. Okay. So go to terrain, go to... Oh, it is an objects tab. Palette. Navigate to the ones at flat water plains. There's Z Water 01 under... Environment 01 Badkara. Oh, they're actually objects? What the fuck? Let's have a look. Water 01, Water 01A. I don't think I'm finding the exact ones it's talking about. Go get some hot dogs and listen to you on the way? Yeah, sure. Sure. So Z Water 01, Z Water 01A, Act Water. Z Water 01. Oh! That doesn't look like something I can insert. Wait, no, it did put water in. What the fuck? Doesn't look right though. It's put it underground. It doesn't look right in engine. And where's the anchor for this shit? I'm gonna delete that for now because I'm not sure about that one. So those are just waterfalls. That doesn't look like what I'm looking for. It is cool though, but that doesn't look like what I'm after. That just looks like a series of like waterfalls. That kind of is really close to what I'm looking for, and I'm pretty sure the only reason that the water texture isn't rendering right is because of the way that this engine kind of be. But oh, I can move it. Okay. Can I move it any swifter though? Oh, it's really hard finding where the... I had it like just a second ago, like where the movement thing was. Okay, it's like way over there for some reason. I think it's because for some reason it's like tied to two objects. I'm just gonna hit delete. But I kind of see what's going on. Yeah, no, that's fine. Okay, so we've got one kind of plane, but that doesn't quite work for what I'm doing. So let's see if there's any more. I think there is one set in Scytherin itself. Because we've got the red water. Does it just spawn at the its lowest point? I think so. I think that's what's going on. Let's see, props. Don't think it'd be props. I don't think it's not vegetation either. I feel like it's just a common object. Air War, AGM. These buildings. Right, what we got here? Astrology. Got like a little, like, divining stone here. We need like some tables and shit, man. Oh, cabinets! Speak of the devil. Got a whole fancy thing there. Oh wow, that's too fancy. Thank you, Lord OBS. Oh my god. Yeah, that's too fancy for caving. Well, not caving, camping, sorry. Chest. Camp. Oh, here we go. We've got more like dedicated camp objects. I might get rid of that. Oh, look at that! Oh, that's so cool. Okay, let me get rid of this camp. This one is not so good. What other ones have we got? We got a little one. The little one might be good. Got that one. Wondering why the yapping stopped? Yeah, I never stop, do I? There's a big tent. Bigger tent. Biggie tent. Camp tent. Oh, look, it's destroyed. Maybe we could have some destruction or something. Oh, it's kind of sad. Or we could have like, oh no, a damaged tent here. It's like, yeah, you shouldn't build shit here, man. Yeah, no building here, son. Let's see. I got other destroyed shit. Maybe I should mix them up. Still eat that one. A bit of a shame. Camp 10. Oh, there's just so many damage things, man. It's really sad. But yeah, this is supposed to be, like, Scytherin was the final zone they released, which was already on its own, kind of unfinished. But then, they, like, left the game on, like, a cliffhanger, which was really dumb. And it really pissed me off, and I've never forgotten about it. Unres layer vehicle? What is that? Looks like a ramming car. Also, the textures are missing, so I assume that's not going to render properly if I put that in. Oh, look at that! That's just a fucking... Is that Shaxx weapon? I'm trying to think, like, what faction that belongs to. It doesn't look Shaxx, because Shaxx would have, like, green all over it, but I'm probably going to hold back on that one. Sea Dragons 52. It literally tells you to go beyond the Black Tower, and you never can, because the game ceased development. The wolves. Oh, I got you. Oh, that's just a fucking car. That's a fucking truck. And a fucking truck with a drill on it. Seeing what's on it. Oh, there's a fucking bear skin. You bastard. Elder Rune fabric. Actually, that might be good for a, like, floor in one of the tents. It's a little big. Yeah, look how tiny this cart is, man. Okay, this is going over here. Let's go in there. Do I want to rotate it a bit? Oh, there's a wheel. Tiny carts for the children yearning for the mines. Yeah. Alright. Number 12, Turnier. Right, I'm just being directed. Yo, what this? This is it's something. How you doing, Hazard? How you doing? This is a map editor for Dragon's Prophet. Don't ask how I got it. But I have it. This game is dead, so whoever owns this is making zero money out of it. Looks like a high-res Dark Cloud. Yeah, the graphics in this game is like... I mean, the game came out in like 2013, but it looks very dated even by that standard. Lighting. That's a lamp. Candle. I need some fucking tables, man. I found cabinets. Where are the fucking tables? Table! Oh, we got some fucking tables! That's cool. Do we have rugs first? Let me have a look at the rugs. Rugs! Yeah. We have rugs. Hey Valdorf, how you doing? Thank you for the raid, I really appreciate it. How are you doing? I'm looking for rugs. The other issue is I've kind of got to make the plane flat. How you doing? Tables! Universal rug? That's a bit red. How you doing? Thank you so much. I'll give you a shout out. I find it very hard to stream at this time of day, but I'm not raiding tonight, so it's fine. Oh, thank you, Hazard. Sorry, you beat me to it. Thank you so much for being so on top of it. So do I put a rug in here, or is that a fire hazard? These are the questions I ask myself. Also, it's not really, like, flat enough. I should have, like, smoothed it out a bit more, but it's fine. I learn. Table. Let's look at tables. Vendor table. A little park bench for a war zone. Once in a lifetime footage. I guess, there's only, like, a handful of people I know who have this, so it's like one of those things that's, like, not really well known about. We've got one niche on top of another niche, on top of another niche, on top of another niche, so they kind of compound. I would kind of like a war table, but I don't think we're gonna get a war table, I'm afraid. Seeing what we've got in here. Table. That's kind of war table-like. We really need some lights in here, man. Too dainty. Too shoppy. I think we'll go with this one. Ugh. Ugh. I need to slow the speed down. I heard you like niche. There are things that I hyperfixate over, and this is one of them. This is from, yeah, like I said, it's from a dead game. Like, this game is no longer being worked on, so yeah. It died in like 2015, if you want like the real info. So it's been dead for like over 10 years. And they stopped on a cliffhanger, which really pissed me off on the story. It was really annoying. So there's a lot of cutting room floor content in this game. Like, they just suddenly stopped developing it, and it was really sad. Oh look, there's a candle, like, that's kind of, like, more religious, I suppose. I'm just trying to see if there's something more. That's kind of cool. If I turn on night mode... you should be able to see it. There you go, look at that. How cool that is, man. Too holy. A lot of these are just candlesticks, rather than like straight up lamps. Candle? Whoa, that's blue. Oh wait, no, it's not blue. Just when it started. Chandelier. No, we can't have a chandelier in a tent. It doesn't work. I'm just trying to see if there's any other ways we can, like, light this up. It's, like, real dark in there. Chandelier. That's not even on. That one's on. Oh, they're on, but they're like they're really faint. It's got like a little bit of light coming out of it, but like not a lot. Is there anything else I can throw in here? What other objects do we have? Logging factory. Chopper chopper. There's a lot of stuff here. Magic. Stove. That is the stoviest stove I've ever seen. That's That's a thing. It's got the Dragon's Prophet logo on it. That's pretty cool. That's like a mirror. How it can cook. How can it cook? It cooks blunts. Get a life size stream with a webcam is even worse. You have to wear clothes. I know. That's why I don't wear any. Actually, no, I do. I do. I do. I do. What are these items here? I hate how this is just called item. It's a skull. Oh, that's like, what do they call it? A mortar and pestle? Got a book. Can even rotate the book if we fancy. I would have my PNG tuber on, but the problem is it really makes this laptop hot, and it's summer, so it will probably come back in the winter. We're here for dragons. Clothes are optional. I tell you what, we have been editing for quite a while. We have been editing for quite a bit here, right? Would you like me to try and run this in game and see if it works? I think so. Because we've been editing for a bit. Let me just get the pack converter open. I'm just gonna do this in the background. So let me just get the instructions. I've put this all into a Google Doc. So this will be pack world. This will be pack out. Now I need to clear out that folder, because if it's not clear, it's not gonna commit properly. So I think that's correct, and let me just try the pack tool. 23 cycles, and then I forgot to put the, okay. I need to put that in there. Add that to the world. General normal compression. Pack now. That's gonna work in the background. I'm gonna keep adding stuff. But we'll check it out in game in a second. The big thing to remember is we've added a bunch of tents that weren't there before. That's going to be the thing to look for, and then also obviously this confetti here. So mailbox. That is not like a player mailbox. That's just like a. Oh, we got beds. Shit, we got beds. We got like camping beds. Got a wheelchair? Good, they've got accessibility in Dragon's Prophet. That's progressive as fuck, man. Pool. Oh, fucking pond water. That has no texture. I don't think that was designed to be used. Barrel. A fucking catapult? Wait, that's what I was looking for. I wanted to put one of these on top of here. I might put two up here. I was actually looking for these. Two might not fit. I'm gonna have to delete that one, I think. We'll stick him there. That'll be fine. I think the only other thing I want to do in front of it is like a, what do you call it? What's the word? There'll be like a fence here or something. I don't know. Like almost like I forget what they call the things. Okay, so that should be packed successfully. I haven't even started the server, so let me do that real quick. Let me go to C, server, game server. And we'll just open that up. It will take a little bit just for everything to come online, so what I will do is I will just carry on editing. Any of the edits I make now won't be on the server, but that's fine. No available controller name for starting that is because I tried to start too early. I think I've tried to do that way too soon. Yeah, the node hasn't even started. Okay, let me try and open it again. Right, that should be good. Node should be open now. Right, that's open. Let me try and start the nodes up this time. Bing. Oh, now it's starting. It had to take a minute there. Okay. Right, now that that's doing that, I'm gonna just go back and we're gonna carry on adding shit for now. This is one of the reasons why when I originally was testing this and making sure it was working properly, obviously I only just put in a few objects to see if it worked, because I don't want to spend a lot of time adding stuff, and then when it comes to compiling it to the client, it didn't fucking work. So, now I'm kind of doing more additions now, just to make sure that, like, obviously I'm not wasting too much time. I still need to fill out this wall with something, because these walls are all hidden by these rocks as borders. Just makes them look a bit nicer. It's a bit of a boring task to do on stream though, so... So, my notes were talking about... Just while I get this map loaded here, I get the game loaded, let me open zones 3 and zones 13. Well, I'm just getting the map loaded here. I'm just gonna investigate how to get water done. Tyrena 12 dungeon. Let me close all of this. Now, I know where the common objects are, which is really helpful. So now that we know where they are, let's open this one. Dungeon, illusion, Z, water AB. Those are... Those are clearly like waterfalls, they're not gonna do a lot. What was the other one? Unra's Lair, water A. Let's have a look in that one. Water A. Yeah, no, this is just waterfalls. I'm almost certain it's all just handled by terrain. So let's just push on that. actually, just before I go ahead here, I'm just gonna quickly zoom through. I need to go back to Sithrin and just record the name of that, object again. Thanks for redeeming nothing. How you doing, Real Fame? How's everyone doing? I hope you're having a good Saturday. I know it's absolutely mind-bogglingly melting in the US at the moment. And even, like, Canada as well. So, yeah, don't die. Terrain. Right, let me save this, because there's a good chance this might close in a second. Let's see, are the servers online now? They are! So, let's boot up Dragon's Prophet, and let's see our changes in the game. Actually, before I do, I did not copy the files, so let me just do that first. They're not in the client. If I loaded the client now, they would not work. So, let me do that first. Before I make an ass of myself. DP modding. Clients. Dragon's Prophet. There we go. Pack. World. We'll put this in the world folder. So that's where the map changes go. And fingers crossed things don't break. I will load the game. We're using this engine for Dragon's Prophet. Dragon game. It's a dead game, but it's a game that no other game can possibly replicate, unfortunately. Terrain cell, water material. Terrain cell material. Yo! So I'm just loading Dragon's Prophet here. Buzz Canto, thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. Hello, Williams, just stood there pretending to listen. LMAO. Let me, mute Dragoon music. Let me check my volume. Okay, you can see the game in the background, let me, there we go. Oh yeah, here's this really shitty dragon that's just like, they tried to make, one of the bosses from, one of the Porthos dungeons, but they just, like, really badly photoshopped another dragon. It looks so awful. I did not do that. That's an official dragon, by the way. It's like one of the last official ones ever made. So bad. But yeah, the little camps, we're gonna look for those when we log in, and they should be there. So we'll see what happens. It's always exciting. It's loading. I'm a little bit worried when it hangs like this, because I'm wondering, I'm like, did I break something? But we'll see. Suffering in the heat. How warm is it over there? Is it like really warm? Is it like kind of warm? Is it like death warm? Like, how warm are we looking at here? It's not loading, and it's actually hanging for some reason, and that's not happened before. So let's see why. Just inspect. Right, so I'm gonna investigate that. That's not a problem. We'll keep editing for now. That will fix itself. It's not a problem. The good news is, the really good news about that is I don't need to change anything at all server side. So like, the moment I make a change, I think the problem that happened there is I just didn't repack it correctly. So I'm gonna do that again in just a second here, and we'll try it again. But basically, yeah, sometimes that can go wrong. But yeah, we can still play stuff for the time being. I don't think any of the actual objects we've added are an issue, so I'm instead just gonna turn the Dragoon music back on, and I'm just gonna have a little look through. Very hot. Have you got an air conditioner? It's very much a needed thing in this day and age. It's not like any rig water underground. You can see that big rock. It's just completely just penetrating the bottom of the scene there. I'll tell you what. Let's go back to Sithrin. Yes, Sithrin is just very skinny in terms of like the amount of objects it actually uses. Feels very anorexic. I'll stream so you can get more points. Nice. You do that grind. I'm gonna pull this down a bit. My tree is getting devoured by that rock, so turn it more like that. The grind will be worth it to get the art. Nice. I've still got to do some art for Illy. I am just very. I'm just a very busy human. Let me see here. Okay, it's still grinding. Let's. I want to transition these rocks into like a different kind here. I just need to decide what rocks I want to use fundamentally. Also, I'm going to read up about that water now while I've got the chance. Okay. Oh, okay, I know exactly what went wrong, and it wasn't actually my fault. Okay. Okay, it wasn't my fault. What went wrong? Okay, let me try again. So when I repack it, every time I pack it, it will always change the version info of the data, and it just like completely fucking invalidates the data. Let me just see. Okay, I'm gonna try and reopen it now. It should work this time. Just remember, any objects I've added just now in like the last few minutes probably won't show. So, let me reopen Dragon's Prophet again. Let's see what's going on here today. Ugh. I'm having fun today. I know the progress is really slow with this, but I'm learning how to use this, and I think once I nail water, that'll also be really fun. I noticed you could change the color of the water, which seems really fun. Alright, let's get our scene set up correctly again. Let's do that, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Let's see if the map loads this time. I believe the version info was what was causing the load problem, so that should be fixed now. See what's going on. And it loads without a hitch! Here we are, we're in game. And so we added this ballista, right? So this is here. You can see this is here. You can see the little cart we added is here. The little table on the inside with like the book and the like mortar and pestle and everything like that is here. And got the campfire, and then we got like this slope. I don't know how easy it is to get up here. It's not the smoothest. Oh yeah, because the ballista's not going to show, because that was while we before the repack. But the tents are here. You can see them. They're kind of sad. So there's still lots to do. I'm gonna have a look around here. This tree is floating. I'm gonna have to like ground this tree a bit more, because like I can go under it, which is a little bit strange. I don't think I should be able to do that. This dragon skeleton is kind of fucking cool though. This is actually quite high. Like I can go up it pretty high, but like the slope is a bit different. Actually, if I get on a dragon... Not that one. That one's terrible at moving around. Let me try this one. Okay, that kind of works. Can I get up here, though? Oh, I can! I mean, is flying enabled here? If I disable GM... let me change my job. GM... set value... job... 4? No, I can fly here. Flying is just enabled. Is there a ceiling? How high can I fly? Also, the spam here, by the way, is just that we shouldn't really be in this zone, but it's not teleporting me out because I've removed that function. So we'll just spam the debug, but it won't actually do anything. I can fly really high here. Is this the limit? Should I be flying this high? What is going on here? I'm a bit confused why I'm this high up. I don't think I removed the the ceiling on I didn't mean to take a screenshot. Lemao, related to Limfao? Maybe you need to create a barrier? I don't know. Usually there's like a skybox limit when you fly. I'm not sure why. I don't know if it's because I'm using a special dragon. It might be because of the dragon I'm using. Let me switch to one that I know might have a ceiling trigger. No? He can fly up too. I just can fly this high for some reason. I don't know what's happened here, but I think that's a happy accident. I don't feel like people should be limited on how high they can fly in this game. It's a game about like just going where you want, you know. So I think it's fine. Actually, that gives me an idea. If I can fly this high, is it gonna let me fly this high in Winandia? Let me just turn that zone online and see what happens. Zone 5. Let me turn that on. My legs are gonna be a toaster now, but I think it's worth checking. Right, so let me set value, set, what's it, GM, set value, job, set our job back to job 0 for a second, and then, it's not probably gonna be online yet, but let's try world 1, 5. Wait, I need to put GM in front of that. No! No, 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 no! I'm fucking up. GM World 1 5. Zone not open. Oh, it's not. It is not open yet. What I will do, let me just trigger the GM skill. I already have it on my hotbar. I love this game, man. Yeah, there used to be like a flight ceiling. I don't know why the flight ceiling's kind of gone, but it might have been to do with when I was trying to fix the, like, auto-teleporting players thing. But it's not a big deal. I think you should be able to fly as high as you like. Whee! If you wanna go to the moon, you can go to the moon, baby. Right, it should be loaded now. It always takes a while to load maps, especially especially considering I am streaming on the computer I am hosting the server on. And this game eats RAM like a fucker. Anyway, here's my robotic, dragon. He's a robot boy. I mean, there is, like, some remnants of a tail there, but, like, not much of it. See what else I have. Oh, here's a Kino. He's a good boy. He doesn't fly, though, sadly. You won't see him fly here. Right, zone should be open now. Let's try it. Now it is. Let me see if there is a height limit here. I will set myself to a non-GM and see if it, like, sticks. I probably want to at least fly. Actually, no, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Let me set my job. Oh, did I not, like, set it correctly? I might not have set my job correctly. Maybe it'll do it now. Oh, this dragon's bugged, by the way. He won't fly. There's a lot of test dragons on here. Let's see if there's a ceiling now. I'm just gonna go as high as I can. Okay, there is a ceiling now. Okay. It might be because I didn't set my job properly, but I had to check, so... yeah, no, it seemed like I just didn't set the job to 4 correctly. That's fine. I'm gonna close this now. We've seen that our stuff works, so I'm happy with that. Seeing it fly with its wings would be the funniest thing. He doesn't have much for wings. He'll just plant on the floor. In fact, if you fall, I mean, this happens in most games, but if you fall from a great height, you will just die. So, yeah. Right, so I see what's going on here now, in regards to the repack and why that keeps, fucking up. But yeah, let's keep, adding stuff here for a little bit. I'll probably do this for, like, another, like, maybe a half hour, and then, I, might take a break after that, but I'm really happy that I can even get this far with this. Like, it's really, really cool that a game that, like, was not very popular has reached this, like, level of, I guess community support at this point? That's all I can really call it. It's really cool. I just kind of hope it like, kind of sticks. And that, like, people can make some really great things, because that's how it should be, you know? Devouring Void. So this was a dungeon that was never used. Devouring Void was first. I wonder if there is, like, there must be an entrance. That's a big place, though. So, Tuma. Yeah, those are just little rocks. Let's go back into common again. I've got so many shacks buildings, which is nice. Let's do some more, like, just terrain shaping. So yeah, it kind of makes, like, this, like, mini plateau here. But it's not very high. When you increase the strength, does it make it taller? No, not really. I think you only kind of get it taller if you do this. And then maybe do this after. Oh yeah, it kind of just straight up makes a plateau like that. Okay. They're they're not very glamorous looking, but what we can do is we could, like, just, like, almost, like, smooth stuff over. Make, like, proper hills. Yeah, it looks like that's kind of the effect we've got here. There isn't a lot of elevation that's, like, really been considered here, but there is some. Hey, Wizard No Hikari, how you doing? I hope you're good. Oh wow, that's really, like, reshaping all of that, huh? I might just, like, rock all that up. What is that? That was always there, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it was. Okay. I'm trying to think. I think the best way... I kind of want to do, like, a dip here and maybe, like, do some water or something. Let's look at that, how to do water again. So, what was the instructions for that? Terrain... Terrain model tab. Terrain model, yeah. Create a flat terrain cell at your water level. How do you do that? Water is the cell surface, so it must be flat and horizontal at the height you want the water. Create a flat terrain cell. Oh, my cat's saying hi to me. Do you wanna come out? Oh no, because he'll suddenly turn around. I think he's turning around. I think he wants me to let him out. Do you want me to let you out? Do you want to be let 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 out? He's not gone by the door. I think he's just being nice. If he runs to the door after he interacts with me, I think it's just, yeah. I'm good. I've got my cat keeping an eye on me, so there's that. I think he just wants to engage. So what is this? Is this create cell? No, that's not create cell. I need to figure this out. How do we create a cell? How do we create a new okay. I assume it's that one? Auto link. I assume auto and link are kind of like if you made like a terrain cell next to another terrain cell, they kind of link up together or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, what we'll do, I might do some just painting for now. Just paint up. Oh, you can see a seam here where like clearly the terrain kind of changes from one to the other. Or like at least where the kind of focus ends. Well, that's too green. Let's turn down that strength, make it way bigger. Okay, let's see what's going on now. Terrain tab, model subtab. Select the extend tool. I thought it was this fella here. So we can kind of move the... Oh wow, okay. So we can kind of move it around. Oh, that's so fucking badass, dude. Okay, so you can actually move, like, an individual tile. So we could take this water, we can move it wherever we like. It'd be honestly kind of nice if It'd be honestly kind of cool if what I did was I added like a little bit of a plateau here. And then that's kind of where it like sits as like shallow shoals. Don't know if this is gonna work, but... Right, let's try and move that cell now. So if I click on it... Oh wait, it's got water on it now! It's an actual fucking... Oh man, how do I move you? How did you suddenly become, like, water-like? How do I move you? I don't know what happened. What made it like that? No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to add that. Okay, I can just delete them with the trash can. That's handy. I should have probably added the water a different way. Right, let me try this again. This time I'm going to be a bit more competent about it. So... Oh, that spawned at an angle this time. No thanks. It's probably a flat surface I've got to put it on. Okay, that's a little better. So how do I select you? Because I was able to select you before. Water. Okay, now it's rendering. How do I move you? This is really cool, but I still need to figure this shit out. I assume there's like a coordinate where you can like... Oh, there doesn't seem to be one. You change the color of the water? That's insane. Oh, that just orders it alphabetical. It doesn't change what shows. I'm so close. I moved it like a second ago, and I don't know how I did it. Oh my god. How cool that is, though. The fact that that even exists. Also, the water seems to lack some depth. I don't know if there's a way to alter that. So it's like taller, if that makes sense. Thanks, OBS. Yeah, OBS is a dick. Deep range, refract scale. The only other way I could think of doing this is I delete this again. I'm going to insert again, but I'm just going to read this a little bit more closely. Grid spacing, grid count, resolutions. It's not like anything that really tells me how tall it is. I did want to have a look just in case, but... Change this back to water again. Did I accidentally turn the whole ground into water? I think I did. Okay. Why is it black again? Makes no sense. I made this nice and blue a second ago. Oh, now it's, I don't know what that does. It's also at like a weird slant. You see what's going on? I almost feel like I've got to like prepare it properly, you know? Okay, so I'm gonna delete that. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna do a test here. This will be our test here. I'm just gonna create like a small flat area here where some water can potentially reside. So we'll just do a little bit here, like this little gutter here. What I'll try and do is I'll try and keep the base nice and flat. Well, not quite that. We'll smooth it out a little bit, but the idea is just to keep it fairly. I don't know if this will help flatten it out. Oh, that flattens it out pretty nice. Just smooth that out again. Not with that strength, why not? It's made it way deeper than expected, holy shit. But yeah, let's try this now. Shift, was it? Shift left click. So that's kind of doing it. Now let's change the terrain to water. No, don't change the whole world into water. It's not water world. Water. Then for some reason when I click on this, it turns into actual water. So we're close. Let me just raise this terrain here. I'll just smooth it out. So we've almost got something here. There's a little bit of water there. Render's a little bit strange, but it's pretty okay. Could have been a lot worse. And then, yeah, it's just weird refraction in the water, but it's not like actually a problem. I realized you could actually color this water. There's a setting right here. Doesn't seem to actually change it. I'm gonna save that before I fuck anything up major. Let's give the ground a bit of wheel texture. Paint. Oh, is it kind of hanging? I might crash. I think it's crashing. It crashed. Did it save though? It might not have liked me adding a new cell. See what happens now. Go back into my directory here. Maybe at the end we'll just look at the other maps just for fun, because I do have them unpacked. Right, let's unanchor this, speed up. Can't remember where I'm going, over here. It's so weird there's like some stuff modelled. There is enough model to tell me that there was a point this was being worked on, but I'd say they'd probably maybe worked on this for like a week. Okay, so the water is showing, it's just not showing a texture. I wonder if that's like maybe a problem. Oh, it's showing us terrain again. Is that the part that's not saving? You see, yeah, you can see the water refraction is just strange. It's like fine, but it's just, it likes to be weird anyway. Let me try and paint a texture again. Yeah, now it seems to work. I think it was just being a bit crazy. You can see the colors kind of taking. I just didn't want it to like be too crazy. So how does lava work then? So I know Atheric was talking about lava. So let's find out together. Terrain lava. Oh. So it like flattens it? What happens there? I might need more info on that one. Oh, I don't want to turn it all into lava. Or all into water. Oh, now it's back to water again. Okay. Let's see. Oh, my cat looks like he wants to mojo. Let me let him out. I let one cat out and another came in. That's how it goes. So you can't drag them, but I literally dragged one, so I don't know what's going on there. I also don't know why this map has hung. Let me see if I can kill that. Should I kill a program that's stuck open? Task manager, hello. Pillow smotherer. End task, there you go. Wait, I just realised what I did. It's this I need to close. Yes, you can do it. There we go. Let's reopen you. Okay, let's reopen this back up again. Let's open. Let's get that directory. Actually, while we're here, we'll have a little look at some other maps, right? Because that might be kind of fun. Northlands is a good one. Let me show you little Northlands. Actually, I shouldn't edit the screen while I'm waiting for it to load a map, so I'm just gonna let it do its thing. I'm also getting really warm right now. And it's not that my laptop's got hotter, it's just very stuffy in this room. Are you loading? Oh, it's loaded, it just took a while. Okay. Let me show you the stage here. Make sure it's also like rendering properly in OBS. It is. Okay. So this is the Northlands. And you can see very red rock here. There's a lot of things here. There's a lot of unused terrain here. It's almost like a practice area. But oh, did it crash? Did I try to speed through things too quick? I think it crashed. Oh wait, no I didn't. Wow. So this is Alantia. This is all the objects. See all the steam. Pretty cool. You see how like tight this zone is compared to a lot of other ones. And then here's Alandra. There's a lot going on here. And this one is the one that has the back rooms in this zone. So you can like go like around here and stuff, and there's maybe not much when you kind of go over the map edge. Oh yeah, obviously there's this like giant area here, but like typically speaking you'll just kind of hit the end of the map and that's it. But this map was gonna keep going. It's like this blank square here. It's actually really interesting. This map is mostly like not topography of the floor, but it's just mostly rocks. I always get worried if I'm gonna be adding too many rocks, but apparently not. But yeah, if you go over here, the back rooms are here. There's like one little bit connecting it, and when you get here, there's like this whole area here, which is really impressive. There's like this big ravine where like probably a river would have sat, but there's nothing here. And it just goes on for ages. Like in in-game time, even with GM sped up, takes a while to navigate through. And then it finally ends kind of somewhere over here. So really, really weird in general. Like obviously if we go this way it's gonna go towards where Alantia is, but it's surprising this map is just so big. And they kind of had something planned here, but they just didn't go through with it. Maybe this is where Porthis was going to be, given that there's like a big water network here, but they just kind of didn't do anything, you know? Would would be a very good opportunity to update this location too. But I'm not really sure how I want to approach this one yet, because it just seems so different. But yeah, I thought I'd show you that one. I'm going to restart the editor, because if I try and load another map, it's just going to load it on top, and it looks really weird, and it's also really laggy, so... see what else we've got here. We're open. DP endless. Oh yeah, avalanche. Oh wait, no, I need the thing. Oh, actually, I really want to look at this map. I didn't really have the chance, so I'm gonna check now. But we'll have one here called Gulkumas. I need to just double check what other world folders I've unpacked. I think I've done them all. Mine Ladar. Need to check what that one is in a minute. Yeah, hopefully it's been, like, interesting. I can't imagine, doing this, like, too many more times, just because, obviously, once you've kind of seen it, you've seen it. But... here's Porthos, by the way. I'm gonna do, like, let's do a boundary break, see what's here. So yeah, you can kind of see there's just nothing really here, and you can see it kind of seams into Thadria here. There's like not much to it. They haven't like really gone outside of expectations here. And this map seems to have like a lot of just normal hills in this case. It doesn't use a lot of rocks sticking out this time. Which could almost indicate, like, fatigue, because they're not, like, set dressing quite like they used to. This area, however, is very pretty. There's clearly some attention to detail. And here I am, just trying to open the map as if I'm actually in-game, but I'm not actually in-game here. So yeah, there's this lovely area here where you kind of start, and like going out all the way, I think just, yeah, it just leads to a dead end. Which most of these dead ends are usually siphoned off by rocks, but this one isn't for some reason. Probably just, yeah, it just feels like maybe development fatigue with this map. But they still did a really good job with it, I feel like. Like, this building looks really, really nice. I like these, like, crystal statues as well. Clearly some love went here. I'm gonna just open another map that I haven't had a chance to open yet. This one I don't know if it will work or not, because I don't know if I've done the, I've set the object libraries quite up correctly. Let me reopen Avalanche here. Let's open Mine Ladar. I don't know what this means. It could either be the Wenandia cluster, or it could be the Porthos Sparkra cluster. Actually, while I'm here, do you want me to unpack some unused dungeons? We'll have a quick look at those. Because there are some. Let me just get the IDX unpacker ready for that. This is the Wenandia cluster. Looks like the objects are loading in, which is good. I was a bit worried when I saw that wall of stuff. But yeah, no, it looks like it's loaded in fine. This is probably like one of the nicest, I would argue. Got this really cool like lighthouse here. Just goes out to kinda nothing. Let's unlock the Z here. Yeah, I love the castle on the top of that. Like, without, like, the intense fog, that looks really fucking cool. I assume here it kind of weaves into Satuma, but I'm not sure how. Ah, yeah, you can kind of see the movement into Satuma here. It's kind of lagging a bit where it's kind of linking in, but yeah, you can kind of see everything here, right? And in this version of the map, obviously the NPCs aren't showing, so you can't quite see like the barricades or anything, because the barricades also count as just like not quite NPCs, but like they're like handled like similar to NPCs, so. Let me grab that IDX unpacker, that's really important. Modding, client, we'll put endless, download, no, clients, oh wait, no, Taiwan folder I'm after, cause it's in there. Files. Right, let me just unpack another world here. I'm gonna look at some dungeons. Well, I say look at some dungeons. I'm gonna look at a dungeon probably. Well, let's have a look. There was Urukar's Cleave, right? People wanted to see that. Arjak Ruins, Bloodseeker Crypts, Tempest Fissure, Diakatir Tunnels. Lauren Hearth, Weller's Prophecy, Diaka Keep, Diaka Prison. Urukar's Cleave, here we go. Let me unpack that. Let me just see if there's anything else. Constellation. Ash Catacombs, Consus Cave. I'm just seeing if there's anything really interesting here. A Cursed Tower. Cursion? Cursed Tower, Nameless Cave, Well of Prophecy. That one is Corzine, okay. Avernus Hold. Lodos Cave. What is Avernus Hold? Oh, Troll Place. Dragon's Pantheon. Tunnels, Ashmore Illusion. Devouring Void, Grim Tower, Mayor's Deep. Coma Vault. That is that might be the red demon place. Okay, I've unpacked them. Let me just have a look on here. Let me just close Avalanche again and let me just reopen it. Because what I want to do is I want to open Urukar's Cleave and have a peek. I'll have a look at how it just looks in the game. File, open. Let me just grab the directory for this one. So she pack world and then get the name. Oh, that's a big name. Yeah, we'll have to just grab it by that full name. Okay. We'll do Uruk's Cleave next. Let me open that. Uruk's Cleave, here we go. So gonna load the objects. Right, let me unanchor this and increase the speed. Oh, wow, okay. So, where does this dungeon start, we reckon? So... Oh, it's a big dungeon. Oh, this is a very big dungeon. What the fuck? Okay. So where do we think the entrance starts? Maybe like here? It just seems like a room that's got a lot of access going on. I don't know what's... I don't know how to... I'm not following this dungeon layout. Oh, there's like... No, wait, no, you can't even go through there. How do you... move through this fucking dungeon? I'm just trying to see what's set dressing and what isn't. Okay. So it looks like there's like a way up there, but like, how do you even fucking get up there? And then there's here. You can see that kind of purpley kind of coloration. Like the color changes here. Oh wow. There's something untextured here. Whatever that is. Probably lava? There's just loads and loads of bugs or whatever here. This just looks really confusing. And yeah, there's that purple layout. Let's get out of bounds again and see what's where. Okay. Can see a dead aqua dragon here. There's quite a few. They're kind of chunked. What it kind of looks like to me is this is massive, by the way. This is absolutely fucking humongous. What it looks like to me is it starts as like you're in this like area that's clearly been like fucked up. Like there's a lot of dead dragons and shit. And then you kind of make your way through, and as you get through, like there's like clearly something wrong. There's like this whole red area here. It kind of feeds through. And then this must be the boss room, because there's not a way you can leave once you go in. So this has to be where the boss is. Or something like that. Like you drop in here, and then you fight the boss, and that's kind of it. I say that, but so many rooms here. I don't know or understand where each boss fight would take place either. But this is such a cool area. I can't believe so much of this is actually here. It's very cool, anyway. But that's Uraka's Cleave, so... here I remember there being a lava tech. I think this is just lava. Yeah, terrain lava. That's lava. This is also lava. You can even see the spray. This is so cool. Like, this is like stuff you've not seen, so... Yeah, I can kind of see how it all works. So, but kind of, like, you kind of move into this room. Honestly, this room feels kind of anticlimactic compared to, like, this kind of area here that you were in prior. It just doesn't seem like there's a lot of room to fight. I think this would have a boss in, for sure. Like, this definitely looks like a boss room. Just seeing if there's any others. This is probably, is this a boss room? I don't know. Actually, no, that's just more tunnels. But yeah, the entrance looks like it's, like, here somewhere. Yeah, entrance is definitely here. I'm gonna say the entrance is like here, where this log is. You can even... Actually, shit, yeah. Yeah. You can see how this part here, right? This marries with the bit in Barkrow where you kind of go in, but like nothing is rendered past that. So that's definitely it. This is definitely the entrance. So there you go. The mystery solved. Is it a DJ? What's a DJ? I don't know what you mean by a DJ. A DJ dungeon? Yeah, it's a dungeon. I was like, DJ? Are we doing some mixtapes? Yeah, this is a dungeon. So this is Uraka's Cleave in the files. And it's like pretty complete. It just doesn't really have like any bosses configured in it. But yeah, you can definitely see where like the entrance is here. Is it here? Yeah, here. Is it here? Yeah, here. Yeah, that's where the log is. So if I were making this, like if I were to put in a portal, I'd put the starting portal here, and then you kind of go in from here. I wonder how much of this is actually traversable by an in-game player. Kind of go here and here. That looks like a leap of faith that you kind of just have to do. So I'm gonna say you go that way. It's hard to see when you go from here. Not through that. Is it through here? Oh, it is through here. I think, I'm gonna be honest, it might just be the layout of the dungeon that's a little bit confusing, because yeah, there's lava here. I think the dungeon layout is a bit much. But like, I've been able to navigate through after like a little bit of looking into it. Yeah, and then the final room's here. You kind of just drop in here, and then I assume that's where you fight the boss. So yeah. Yeah, it's a dungeon. It is 100% a dungeon. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So yeah, we've got lava in here. We've got like loads of like objects and shit. Yeah, it's just really cool. There's just a lot of stuff here. Looks like kind of the objects here kind of mostly baked into the dungeon itself, so that's pretty neat. But yeah, this is lava, it just doesn't render in this map editor. So yeah, pretty cool. Probably most people have not seen this before. I know some have, but still really cool. You can see the the water cells there. But yeah, that's that dungeon. Let me reload let me reopen, and I'll open Devouring Void. We've seen Devouring Void before. But that's one of the last ones that exists. It's not really used. So let me just grab that. Devouring Void. Let me just get the directory name for this one. Because what I have to do, it's a little bit awkward. I have to hit open, but then I have to put the exact directory it's in. Otherwise it doesn't work. That's why I say, like, using this tool is a bit of a pain in the ass. Yeah, if I do that, it should load. I just need to give it a second. We've seen this map in Adept Dragons for Fit. They actually reuse this dungeon. Now, something really... So I found out about this dungeon. I found out the true purpose of this dungeon. And that is that it was actually supposed to be a dungeon in Scytherin, not whatever zone was after Scytherin. And the reason I know that is because it has Zone 13 under its ID, and Scytherin is Zone 13. What my guess is with this one, because I even know what boss is supposed to be in here. There's like a dragon, like a Doom Dragon, but he's not really like configured up with anything. Again, they're using a lot of these dead dragons. There's a lot of flesh here. It's kind of gross. I actually wonder if the corpses are what made it like a choice that they didn't go for. I don't know. It's a bit violent. But if I now go back and I open Scytherin, so I'll need to reopen Avalanche again. I have to reopen this every time. If I try and open a map, I guess I could hit the close button. If I try and open a map on top of another map, it will actually do that. It will just open it on top of it, and yeah. Jarana. Let's get this one. This one's Scytherin. Well, I say Scytherin, but where it plants you is very unusual. Here we go. Okay, let's turn the speed up. So, this is technically Zone 14. This is not part of Scytherin that you can access. None of this is. But we are going to head towards where Scytherin is here. So yeah, there's a huge amount of stuff just back here. Now this part here is something we have put in ourselves. I don't know why that's still showing as terrain. It should be water. Let me hit save again. I need to understand why that's not committing. But yeah, this part I have added in myself here. This was not here before. Nor were these here. I've added all this in myself. But yeah, if you go back over here, this is where the Black Tower is. And this is where, obviously, you farm your materials for your endgame gear. So that's what's beyond the Black Tower. And I've shown that before, but I just thought I would sort of show it again, just to show, yeah, we are in Scytherin here. But what I've been doing is I've been going to the back of this gate here, and I have been house decorating. But I haven't got very far, as you can see. Model here and smooth things out. Yeah, you can definitely like do quite a lot with this, and it does work in the client. So we had a moment earlier where we were testing this in the client, and it does work. So we can definitely, like, make this area happen again. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, I was gonna fix this tree, because this tree was, like, hovering, wasn't it, when I went in game? So let's fix that now. I don't know where the, Oh, I might need to hit that button, actually. There we go. So, let's just pull that down. There we go. That's better. I think the bone still kind of connects. It's a little bit awkward looking now, but... Hi, what is Dragon's Prophet? It is a dead game that no one works on anymore. It's a game that's, like, community run by, like, at least, it has, like, 3 servers that people play on. Me, I just do science. I have a fixation with this game that is, like, really strange. But I find the game is incredibly unique and nothing really quite replaces it. So, I've just been, like, going in and, like, going through, like, mostly the cancelled content and, like, trying to make it work again and just, like, learning about it as much as I can. So, I don't know, someone else can, do it where, I don't know, the developers no longer work on this. I actually don't even know how the developers are doing these days because, back in the day they used to be quite a big company, but, like, I can't think of a single game that they've made that's, like, doing well at the moment. So, I don't know what's going on with that. But yeah, Dragon's Prophet, it's a really cool MMO game. To be honest, the type of game it was a very soloable game, which it was a really bad MMO. Like, I feel like the game was bad as an MMO, and it was much better as, like, just a game, like a single player game, but, like, it's just really unique, man. And, like, some people really enjoy the PvP in it. It's not, like, my big thing, but, like, people really like it, and that's fine. I'm just wondering if I should start using other rocks here. I think I was gonna move on to, like, these green ones here, but they are... I think they're tied to... either Thadria or Porthos? Let's have a look. Those are a bit grey. Let's try Porthos. Not that one. Not that one. That one's a bit mossy. I'm trying to think what ones we use here. I think they're under common, right? Might be under common. Common. Cave. I think we found it under cave, right? No. Oh, ID design it was under. Castle, church, props. Is it rock? It was under rock. Ice rock. Those are kind of... That's close. That's pretty close. It's got more like a green-white colour to it. Ah! We found them! They're all here. Let's make it happen. What wish there was a way to like batch this or something like that, but it's fine. That looks a little bit crap. Oh, those look a little bit better. So yeah, this game does this really annoying thing where they like border a lot of these hills with like these rocks. And because of that, that's why I'm doing that. Very painful. I'm probably not going to do the rest on stream, if I'll be honest. It's just like a little look in. I'm really happy that this is working in game as is. Probably do lots of cool things with this, including sorting out the zone in Olandra. So that'll be nice. That's looking good. It's looking pretty fucking good. It'd be nice if... Can I copy and paste objects? No. No, it doesn't seem like there's like a duplicate button. Oh, that's a replace button. I don't want to do that. Is there a way to, like, duplicate items? I suppose not. It'd be nice to, like, just grab it and, like, keep moving it, if you know what I mean. You can see why this game was so laggy, because they just use these rocks to, like, litter the walls, and it's kind of... It looks fine. Actually, it looks pretty okay, but, like... I imagine that must, like, cause some problems. Kind of like Porthos rocks, I guess. I almost want to like stick a building up here, you know? Be kind of cool. Pretty fucking cool. Didn't I say something like I was gonna do this for like only another half hour, and it's been like 40 minutes? That's pretty crazy. But I think we've done pretty good. We've kind of filled that wall up. We've kind of like branched out the kind of rocks here. We tried putting in water, we still need to kind of work on that, but it's fine. And then there's this whole stuff here that's kind of just leftovers from Rune Waker. This path they put in, by the way, I didn't do that, but they were clearly like drafting a path there. I'm gonna try and respect like a lot of this stuff here as much as I possibly can, because obviously there was intention here. Like Devouring Void, for example, we could probably move here. And that's where Vita is. This is just looks like a testing ground for like their tiles. And there's like another building here. I didn't mean to hit that button. And then here we get into like this really strange, I don't know why this doesn't render properly here, but you get to this weird underground section that's kind of pretty because they clearly like put a lot of waterfalls here. But it's not finished. His head is dislocated. There's a lot of water here that you can't really see because of the way it renders. It actually looks pretty. Yeah, OBS really don't want me here no more. But yeah, you can kind of see that it kind of just ends here. It's a real shame. It's a real shame, man. I feel like with enough time and enough patience, I think we'll get to a point where we can actually finish making this game. But I just think it's gonna take a long time to do that. And it might not necessarily be like the vision that like people imagine, but like it is gonna be done. Even if it's not necessarily through myself, and instead it's like a group of people, but it will be done. I mean, people are right. For a dead game, it sure has a lot of private servers. So, yeah. This area clearly needs some water. We'll have to get that filled out. Yeah, plenty to do. And I'm gonna save that for, like... Oh, hey there, Ghost Eye! How you doing? Yeah, for some fucking reason, OBS likes to disconnect a lot. But yeah, I'm gonna respect that path there, and we'll probably tone it down and, like, make it right. I don't know what these horrible things are. But yeah, they've really left a lot of work to do. This is really cool. This clearly looks like some kind of like cave or something. There's definitely a sketch of like something here. In fact, I'm gonna draw in the ground. Give myself a reminder. Let me get here. Paint. So I make it really strong. So I need to remind myself. So I'm drawing this here. Sorry, I'm drawing. I drew on it. Anyway, I'm gonna save this for now, and I will work on this more off stream. But yeah, this is really exciting. Can add custom dragons, potentially custom NPCs, potentially custom map edits, potentially custom maps from scratch one day, maybe. It is a lot of fun. I've been really enjoying this. I'm really happy to... I'm really happy that, like, one of my favorite games of all time that, like, died way too soon, is just sort of being kept around. So, I'm happy about that. I'm gonna find someone to raid out. I have had a massive amount of fun today. I know like MMOs and shit like that is not stuff that people are really into, but like I've had a lot of fun today, so I'll keep the VOD up for 14 days and I'll just let it explode after that because I don't really want to keep this VOD around just in case, but let me just have a look who is live at the moment. I think Acro is live, but I don't know how much longer they are streaming for. So, let me have a look. Who's live? Oh, Acro is actually AFK, so it's probably not a good idea. I'm gonna raid Lumkitty. Have a really good one. Take care, and enjoy yourselves.